Right now, construction on John Nolan starts tomorrow. What do you need to know for expected delays ahead? Plus, a tough loss to swallow today for the Pack. We show you highlights from the Steel City. And a potential government shutdown ahead. How new House Speaker is trying to avoid it. That's all coming up at 10. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. Your commute in and out of the Isthmus may take a little bit extra time starting tomorrow. Part of John Nolan Drive will be down to one lane in each direction starting Monday. Braden Ross brings us an update on what to expect for now and what the bigger plans for the project on John Nolan Drive mean for the future.
During the morning and afternoon rush hours, it's going to be pretty backed up.
Starting Monday morning, one of the main routes into the Isthmus will be getting a little more complicated.
This is a project to replace the plumbing on the underside of the terrace.
John Nolan Drive will be down to one lane in each direction under the Monona Terrace.
Suggest people to avoid the area if possible. Use different routes to get around it.
The good news, those other routes will be easier to find now that other construction in the area is wrapping up.
We did schedule this John Nolan lane closure project to be after Broome and Wilson reopened.
City of Madison traffic engineer Tom Moore says this project is only expected to last until mid-December. But it's not the only update in John Nolan Drive's future. In fact, in just a few years, the entire stretch will be getting a complete makeover.
We're pretty confident that reconstruction, which would be on John Nolan from Broome down through the causeway, will start in 2025.
The plans to reconstruct the road have already been approved. Some of the highlights: increased safety, improved mobility and environment for everyone that uses the road, and perhaps the most exciting, improved access to the lakefront, which is also getting a major upgrade itself in the future.
Taking the design aspects of the waterfront design and putting that into what we can put into the reconstruction project now. And a big part of that was that tunnel underneath John Nolan Drive. So we wanted to make sure that that was a possibility in the future.
But while we're still a few years away from that major project, Moore says smaller updates along the road now mean we're well on our way to a new and improved John Nolan Drive. Reporting in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
The construction under the Monona Terrace will be underway starting tomorrow morning. So make sure you plan accordingly if you're heading out of the Isthmus, and if you have to take John Nolan Drive, make sure to watch out for workers in the tunnel. Let's get a look at your first one forecast with Gary Canalti.
Well, Jalen, it actually looks pretty nice out here. Not much of a breeze. Skies have been mainly clear, and the temperatures are pretty mild. As we take a look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV sky cam, some clouds early this morning, then some sunshine, then some more clouds came in during the early afternoon, and then a beautiful sunset with mostly clear skies. High temperatures today: 55 Madison, 57 in Janesville. It's even warmer out to the west. Temperatures are in the lower 60s in Prairie du Chien and in Boscobel, and right now temperatures are still pretty mild. Here in Madison, upper 40s. Most areas seeing temperatures in the 40s. A few places like Boscobel into the upper 30s, where with the light winds allows the colder air to settle down a little bit. But here in Dane County, still looking at temperatures well into the 40s. 47 in the town of Perry, 49 in Belleville, and right now 50 degrees in Cross Plains. Look for mostly clear skies overnight. Low temperature dropping to around 38 by morning. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes temperatures that could be up around 60 by the middle part of the week. Not much in the way of rain for the upcoming week as well.
All right, we'll see you then. 2 people are dead after a head-on crash near Watertown last night. Watertown Police Department reported the crash happened just before 7 p.m. on the southbound lane of Highway 26 bypass, north of Highway 19. The driver of one of the vehicles was headed the wrong way when they hit another vehicle carrying 3 people head-on. Both drivers died on the scene. The other 2 people in the vehicle were taken to the hospital, but details of their condition are unknown. Police say the cause of the crash is still under investigation. One person is in custody after allegedly driving onto the tarmac of the La Crosse Regional Airport Saturday. Just after 3 in the afternoon, the La Crosse Police Department received a call of a person driving through a locked gate and boarding a private plane. Staff on the plane were still on board when the person got on. Upon arrival, law enforcement and airport staff blocked the aircraft from being able to take off. Officers then took the person into custody. Following the incident, La Crosse Regional Airport Director Ian Turner released a statement saying, quote, "Staff responded as they have been trained to and to handle disturbances that could occur on site, and they were able to maintain the safety and the procedures for passengers and visitors to the airport. Flights are continuing as scheduled. And earlier today, the Packers traveled to the Steel City, trying to stack up big back-to-back wins. Our Andrew Banstra is in studio with more.
Yeah, Jalen, there have been a couple times this season that the Packers offense really has just flat out been hard to watch. Today wasn't one of those days, though. Jordan Love and the Packers were executing. They drove all the way down the field and set up a chance to win it in Pittsburgh. 3 seconds left in the game. Love drops back, fires for the end zone, and it's intercepted. Just short in a gut-wrenching loss. The Packers drop it 23-19. Here's Matt LaFleur on the loss.
Thought there's a lot of things that we did well in all three phases, and then there's some things that were just really killer. A couple plays here and there. We challenged our team to go out there and compete for 4 quarters, and I felt from the opening kickoff to the final whistle, we did that, and I'm confident if we continue with this that we will end up on the other side of this.
And coming up in sports, we'll take a much deeper dive into this game and find out where the 3-6 Packers go from here.
Andrew, thank you. A new building for the University of Wisconsin-Madison's College of Engineering remains a high priority for the institution and the state business leaders. University leaders have been pushing for a new facility to replace the aging and space-constrained engineering hall, arguing a larger building is needed to address the state's workforce needs. This month, the university and leaders of several of Wisconsin's largest employers began a multi-platform campaign to pressure lawmakers to support the project. Universities of Wisconsin President Jay Rothman argues this project is a no-brainer.
We want to continue to evolve our DE&I efforts around student success. You know, recruiting, retaining, and graduating students, but looking at diversity much more broadly.
Democratic lawmakers had pushed for the state to contribute $197 million for the engineering building project to be matched with $150 million in funding the university would have raised. Republicans on the state's powerful budget writing committee, however, excluded that request from the list of building projects that advanced part of the budget process. House Speaker Mike Johnson is pitching a new plan to avoid a government shutdown. The proposal would fund the government into next year, but it's already drawing criticism from both sides of the aisle. Over the weekend, he proposed a 2-step stopgap funding measure. The first bill would extend money for veterans programs, transportation, housing, agriculture, and energy until January 19th. The second would fund the rest of the government, including defense, until February 2nd. The American Federation of Government Employees says its members are once again on notice and on edge.
They've got families to support. They've got kids to support. The holidays are coming up. Cold weather's coming up.
The 2-step stopgap doesn't include emergency aid for Israel, Ukraine, or the southern border, setting the stage for a separate fight. The House proposal could get a vote on the floor as early as Tuesday. The Speaker can afford to lose a handful of GOP votes, meaning he could need Democratic support in order to pass it. Still ahead at 10, Gary is back with another check of your First One forecast. And people from all over took the streets of Madison for the Madison Marathon as they were running for a good cause, charity. We'll hear from the runners on what the experience was like.
Dear Sharp Curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. We got traction, baby.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota. Let's go places.
Enjoy Buck and Honey's before, during, or after the big game. Buck and Honey's restaurants voted best of Madison and celebrating Wisconsin hospitality in Sun Prairie, Monona, Waunakee, and new in Mount Horeb.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
Turkey? Check. Cranberries. Stuffing? Pie? Check, check, check. Potatoes sweet and mashed? Check. Now what about that post-turkey nap? Don't worry. The Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. Shop today and save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a free $300 gift. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
Dear Sharp Curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. We got traction, baby.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota. Let's go places.
Y'all not ready for this. Scandival put her through it all. Ariana Madix has tips to find love after loss. Plus, the hilarious Gabriel Iglesias on The Jennifer Hudson Show.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
After a week full of festivities, the Black Arts Matters Festival officially wrapped up today. In its 4th year, BAM continues to reflect the many layers of Black arts, including music, spoken word, visual art, stand-up comedy, a vendor's market, as well as a poetry slam with top performers from all over the U.S. It was founded in 2019 by the University of Wisconsin-Madison alumna, actor, artist, and award-winning poet, Shapira Irvin.
A lot of what the mission of this was to provide this space for the artists. So seeing all of these artists come into town and then just be so grateful to have a space and be able to provide a paid platform for Black artists.
It was made possible in part with support from the Wisconsin Alumni Association and the Madison Arts Division. The 34th Annual Winter Art Fair Off the Square was held in the beautiful exhibition hall of Monona Terrace and Convention Center in downtown this weekend. It is one of 2 juried fairs that is sponsored and produced by the Wisconsin Alliance of Artists and Craftspeople. It's a nonprofit corporation formed by the artists themselves to educate people about art. Also to create and promote interaction between the artists and the general public. And for vendors, it's just showcasing what they enjoy to do to the public.
We all love what we do, and we want to share it with the public. Again, whether it's something that you wear or something that you might enjoy in your home for every day. They're keepsakes.
Yesterday, children ages 12 and under were able to purchase art at a silent auction called the Young Collector's Corner. Early on a chilly Madison morning, the Madison Marathon began and ended on the Capitol Square. Athletes ran the 10K full and half marathon, which was professionally timed. Not only did they get their hearts pumping and conquer the cold, but they were able to support local charities. The runners were able to travel through some of Madison's most iconic areas while sporting some pretty awesome t-shirts.
I was pretty excited and pretty relieved to finally be done. I don't know, I was just like kind of excited and stoked. It was a beautiful day, and it's really exciting to finish the marathon and be proud of yourself.
Participants were given swag bags filled with lots of goodies, free race photos, compliments of SSM Health, and to commemorate a job well done, they received an awesome finisher medal, a post-race meal, fresh fruit from RE Golden Produce, and 1 complimentary Michelob beer for those 21 years and up, of course. And man, it was beautiful out there at the marathon. Let's see if that continues with your first one forecast.
Yeah, Jalen, actually, not having any rain, of course, that's always a plus. And then temperatures, while a little cool to start, were actually pretty comfortable by the end of the race late in the morning when temperatures were closer to 50 degrees. Our viewer photo from tonight comes from Milford. Ignacio sends a beautiful picture of his backyard with the clouds in the background. Those fall. Pretty soon we're going to be seeing those pictures with snow on the ground, so I enjoy these ones that are coming in. Submit your weather photo to us through the First Warn weather app, or you can email them to firstwarn@wisctv.com. By the way, a hint, try to take them horizontally. They look better on TV. That way we don't have to crop them off on the side, but we're getting some really nice photos that are being sent in. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for sunny and mild weather through Wednesday. High temperatures by Wednesday up around 60. Also mild for Thursday, but it'll be a little windy as well. And then while temperatures drop a couple degrees for the end of the week, they'll still be above normal. And we see little, if any, precipitation all the way through next weekend. As we take a look at the high temperature trend over the next 10 days, we're going to be well above normal. Average high temperature 46 degrees. We'll be in the mid-50s tomorrow and Tuesday, around 60 Wednesday and Thursday. And like I said, we drop back to around 50 at the end of the week and into the weekend, but that's still about 5 degrees above average. We don't see those temperatures getting closer to normal until we get just before Thanksgiving. And there are signs that Thanksgiving will be a cold one with high temperatures in the middle 30s. So that's, of course, when the temperatures drop back below normal, but hopefully you'll be inside enjoying a Thanksgiving Day meal. You can see up to the north, there were a couple of light rain showers in the northern portion of the Midwest today, but by and large, we've escaped much of the precipitation. The main storm track has been to our north, and this will continue over the next week and a half. 10-day future track precipitation calls for about a quarter to a half inch of rain across southern Wisconsin. Most of that will be from Sunday night through Tuesday of next week. A little bit more precipitation to the north and west, and some of that will be in the form of snow. But right now, the jet stream from west-northwest to east-southeast, bringing in a little colder air at least for the overnight hours. But notice the wind shift to the southwest, and notice the split flow in the jet stream. Southern branch of the jet stream keeping all the moisture down near the Gulf of Mexico. They could actually use it because of the drought conditions in Louisiana. But the polar branch of the jet stream stays up to the north, and that keeps all the cold air locked up in Canada. So planning your day for Monday, look for mostly clear skies to start out. Temperatures in the upper 30s. By the time we get to mid-morning, look for temperatures already in the middle 40s. By lunchtime, most areas will see temperatures in the lower 50s, and by late afternoon, we're looking for high temperatures in the mid to upper 50s across southern Wisconsin. Planning your day across Dane County, look for a high of 51 in Mount Horeb, 52 in Fitchburg, and 53 in Belleville. For Madison itself, looking for a high temperature of 56 under mostly sunny skies. And that first warn 7 to 10 day forecast, 57 on Tuesday and 60 on Wednesday and Thursday. Again, Thursday will be a little windy. Just a slight chance for a shower Thursday night. It looks like those will even be out of the way before Friday morning. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday should be dry. Then the rain chances come in early next week as temperatures start to drop off. Might even be cold enough for some flakes of snow to mix in Monday night into Tuesday morning. But like I say, temperatures will turn chillier as we head toward Thanksgiving, which is just beyond the 10-day forecast. Highs probably mid-30s, but right now it looks like it'll be dry.
Right. And then as far as those viewer photos, they can send those through our app, right?
They can send them right through the First Warn weather app. You can do it directly there, or you can send them to firstwarn@wisctv.com. We'll get them either way.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you, Gary. And speaking of those phone charging cords, without them, we'd all be lost. And you can buy them just about anywhere. Some are cheap, some are expensive. So how do you know which ones will last? Consumer Reports recently tested charging cords and reveals that if you really need to pay a premium, whether or not you need to get one for your phone.
Consumer Reports took a close look at low-priced charging cords sold at retailers like Amazon, Five Below, and Walmart to see how well they stack up against cords sold by Apple and Samsung. They bought 7 cords in all, ranging in price from $4.88 to $29.
We found the best of the bunch could last more than 6 years, while the worst may not even make it 6 months.
CR's experts estimate that we all bend or twist our charging cords in some way about 5 times a day. Using that number, they calculated how many bends and twists each cable would have to endure to last for a year and a half. How did they do that? First, using a motorized rig, they repeatedly bent one end of each cord into a 90-degree angle until it stopped working. In the second test, the rig twisted each cord more than 2,500 times.
All the cords passed the twist test, but only 2 passed the bend test.
The cords that did the worst lasted fewer than 800 bends. The Bytech USB-C cord from Five Below died before 710 bends, while Lightning cords from Amazon Basics and Walmart's On Brand both stopped working before 796 bends. Walmart's On USB-C cord did better, hanging on for close to 1,656 bends. Those that did the best were Apple's Lightning cord for iPhones 5 through 14 and Amazon Basics USB-C cord for the iPhone 15, Android phones, laptops, and tablets. Both survived 11,500 bends, which means they could last you more than 6 years.
The bottom line here, you can't always rely on brand or price or something like thickness when choosing a charging cord.
That's because both the $29 Apple cord and the $6.55 Amazon Basics cord did the best in CR's tests. And because Apple's thin Lightning cord outperformed thicker ones. This is Marcy Whalen.
And if you're not sure what to do with your old cords, Best Buy says on its website it accepts them as part of a recycling program. And still to come, Andrew is back with full highlights from today's heartbreaking Packers loss in Pittsburgh. That's next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The moms have a brand new show.
Are you having a great time?
I'm Mom So Hard Ladies Night. Saturday, November 18th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $2,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Delaney's. Steak, seafood, wine. Madison's finest award-winning supper club experience, now celebrating 50 years. Every menu item is made from scratch with select fresh seafood, hand-cut aged prime steaks, signature cocktails, and handcrafted desserts. For a limited time, enter to win a chef's table for 4 and enjoy throwback cocktail menus throughout our celebration. Visit experiencedelaney's.com to make a reservation and come celebrate our 50th anniversary with us.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save, on top of our lower than low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Okay, so I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get literally any Samsung Galaxy for free.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
And it's just in time for gift giving season, too.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
I'm gifting mine to my son.
Excuse me, it's work. Talk to me.
What a boss.
New and current customers can get any Samsung Galaxy free. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular.
Is that dishwasher running?
Yeah.
Criterion, ready when you are. Get this Criterion stainless steel appliance suite for under $2,400 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
The Packers have a lot of history with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, first off, who could forget the 2011 Super Bowl? Obviously, Green Bay won that one, but Green Bay hasn't won at Pittsburgh since 1970, and Jordan Love and the Packers were in the Steel City today trying to change that. Midway through the first quarter, Packers with a chance to tie it at 7s. Loves, looks, corner of the end zone, fires, touchdown. It's Romeo Doubs who hauls it in, and the Packers offense came to play. And then just 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, 3rd and 16, Love with plenty of time, fires a rocket where only Jaden Reed can get to it. Touchdown Packers. How special has that rookie been? But Green Bay would get the extra point blocked, which proved costly because with 3 seconds left in the game, instead of tying it with a field goal, the Pack's only chance was a shot at the end zone. Love looking deep, heaves it and is picked off by DeMonte KZ. That would seal the deal on a Packers heartbreaking loss in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. 23-19 is your final score. 4 of the Packers' 6 losses this season have come by 4 or less points, a trend that Jordan Love is fed up with.
You know, it's very frustrating. Like I said, I mean, we've been put in this situation a lot of times, and we have not found a way to win it. There's definitely a lot of plays that we left out there, some drives where I think we left points out there. And, you know, in the second half, we got to find a way to score a touchdown right there.
Obviously, you know, close, you know, isn't close enough. But, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it, you know, after it's already happened. So just got to find a way to build and grow from it.
And another news from that Packers game, T.J. Watt picked up his 88th career sack today, passing his brother J.J. for the second most in NFL history through a player's first 100 games. The former Badger now trails only Reggie White on the all-time list. And in a post on X, J.J. said, "We grew up in Wisconsin idolizing Reggie White. If you told us someday that a stat like this would exist, we would not believe you." Early this morning, Jonathan Taylor and the Colts traveled to Germany and beat the Patriots. In the win, JT found the end zone for the second straight week, and you've just got to hear how it sounded in Frankfurt.
Heute die 3 drauf. So, sie spielen ihn aus. Und Taylor läuft ihn rein. Der erste Touchdown. 6-3 für die Colts.
And elsewhere in the NFL, Jake Ferguson went from a 4th-round pick in 2022 to a staple in the Cowboys offense. In Dallas's win over the Giants, the Wisconsin product snagged this touchdown grab, giving him 3 straight games with a score. Northwestern entered yesterday on a 14-game road losing streak, the longest active streak in FBS, but they came into Camp Randall and they snapped that as Wisconsin lost their 2nd straight game as a double-digit favorite. And in this situation, it's easy to blame coaching or something else, but not Hunter Wohler. The junior safety from Muskego did not mince words. He said yesterday's loss is 100% on the players.
We just have to play better. I mean, we come out soft, we come out flat. We have 0 energy on either side of the ball, and we get whooped around the field. Nothing that the coaches could have done differently tonight that would have made us win that game. 100% it's on the players. I mean, we're not good enough right now, and we have to find a way to get that right.
And while wins have been hard to come by on the field, Wisconsin football got a huge win on the recruiting trail today when Michael Roski, an offensive tackle from Watoma, committed to the Badgers. The 260-pound high school junior is the 33rd ranked offensive tackle in the nation. And even though they didn't win the WIAC, Whitewater is still postseason bound. The Warhawks received one of Division III's 4 at-large bids to the Division III football championship. The 6-time national champions will host Bethel at noon this coming Saturday. Obviously not the outcome you're looking for if you're the Badgers, but you look right down the road at Whitewater, and they seem to just figure it out every year. They find a way. Runner-up in the WIAC, but boy, they could be looking for 7.
And as you said, 6-time national champs, they have a pedigree there. And hopefully, moving forward, Wisconsin can finish just as strong as Whitewater did.
Yeah, and finishing with the Packers, that pedigree is something that Jordan Love's trying to kind of work his way up to. We saw him really make some strides today, working a lot better on the deep balls, especially late. A couple costly interceptions, but we're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes.
For sure. All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you, Andrew. A final check of your first one forecast is coming up when we return.
Belly's Flowers, the perfect gift for loved ones, offering premium flower arrangements and locally grown plants since 1949. Belly's Flowers, with 4 Madison area locations. Voted best florist in Madison. Belly's Flowers.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend. Haul or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, our delicious pan pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Thick, crispy, buttery pan pizza? Now that is an expression.
Get a large 2-topping pan pizza for $11.99.
Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting, and actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side. And now save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition smart bed. Ends Monday. Shop for a limited time, only at Sleep Number.
It's Champion's Factory Direct Sale. Don't miss these year-end savings. Champion replacement windows are 30% off.
That's a great deal.
Plus, book your free estimate by Black Friday for an additional $70 off every window. Call or schedule online at getchampionwindows.com.
Real cases, real results. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber's offices today. One call, that's all.
At Informed Choice Insurance Agency, we're proud of our 5-star reviews.
My agent Matthew explained everything about Medicare and the needed supplemental insurance. He took the time to show me several different plans and the plus and minuses of each policy.
Andrea was amazing, from her knowledge to her presentation to her skills in navigating complicated and intimidating waters. I cannot emphasize enough how much she helped me and my family.
Need help with your Medicare or Marketplace health plans? Get 5-star service at Informed Choice Insurance Agency.
Get ready for an improved news experience. The all-new Channel 3000 News app is here. Experience a website-like layout and swipe through articles without returning to the home screen. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now.
Feli's Flowers, the perfect gift for loved ones, offering premium flower arrangements and locally grown plants since 1949. Feli's Flowers, with 4 Madison area locations. Voted best florist in Madison. Feli's Flowers.
Following the path to UW's new image, Thursday at 10.
So, Andrew, I know you had talked about this was one of Jordan Love's more complete games. Can you just kind of detail that for us?
Yeah, I think in the fourth quarter, he was able to really push the ball down the field. I think you're looking at two sides of the coin here. One would be he had 2 drives at the end of the game in the final 5 minutes of the game to get his team into the red zone, which is something he had not been able to do so far this year. The flip side of the coin is that he threw an interception each of those 2 times he made it to the red zone. But we're seeing progression, we're seeing improvement, and it's really all you can ask for right now with how the season's gone so far.
For sure. And as far as this season, that being fall, all we can ask for is these beautiful temps that we're seeing.
Yeah, right now temperatures are pretty comfortable. Still in the 40s through much of southern Wisconsin, almost 50 in Madison. We'll look for low temperatures down to about 38 by morning.
All right, well, sounds good, and thank you all for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Thank you for making it a great evening.